Hello there everyone and welcome to the Resero Network. I'm Rich Walker and with me is Dan Webb.
Hello.
And today we're going to be talking about Onrush, the sort of Burnout MotorStorm mashup from Codemasters' new Cheshire studio, formerly Evolution. So this is their new racing Great White Hope, or whatever you want to call it. And it's an arcade affair, as you can see. And yeah, I played it for quite a while, and these are the fruits of my labour. This is the opening of the game, Dan. This is the tutorial, which is why it's telling me. This is the single player, yeah, so there's kind of challenges. There's a voice over here that you probably can't hear from kind of a sultry, quite sexy sounding lady telling you to do stuff. It's kind of a weird
my ideal
presentation.
Relationship, that, mate.
Yeah, right, exactly. And I managed to crash quite a few times, even though I'm an idiot. So this is the twist with this game. They said that they wanted to keep things seamless and kind of constant action. So you have these fodder vehicles. So these are in multiplayer as well. They're like buggies and motorcycles that you can just smash up, and this all feeds into your boost bar, which you can see at the bottom of the screen. That boost bar then in turn feeds into another meter which hasn't cropped up yet. That's introduced shortly. But that enables you to unleash an Onrush. And each vehicle has a different Onrush that has a different unique ability attached to it.
What's an Onrush, Rich?
Onrush is like
superpower.
Yeah, basically, it's your car's kind of superpower. So, say it's like a vortex, it'll have a unique ability that attached to that. Each name has a different kind of
So what's this
hint. I can't remember what this one's called.
What does it do?
It helps if you have the symbol of what the Onrush thing is, which you have on the meter when it crops up. It hasn't been introduced yet. But there's one that's like a charger, so you just charge through them like a bull in a china shop and smash everything in your path.
Wait, are the blue triangles the opposition? Like the actual opposition as opposed to the fodder?
So the orange are your actual rivals, the blues are your teammates. I don't think there's team killing per se in this, but
you can wipe out other cars, right?
You can wipe out other cars, yeah. So you take them down. They call it takedowns. So in
really?
case the Burnout kind of comparisons weren't kind of pronounced enough already, they are actually called takedowns.
Rich.
That was dumb. So tricks like barrel rolls and stuff. I was actually trying to do a barrel roll there, believe it or not. That will help your boost as well. Taking an opponent down can be quite tough in single player, it seems, but it's quite easy in multiplayer. But there you go.
They're literally right on cue.
Yeah, nailed it. But multiplayer is the same kind of thing. There's two modes. There's countdown mode, and there is just like the takedown mode. I can't remember what it's called now off the top of my head. But that is just like who can score the most like takedowns and points, basically. It's kind of a score battle. Whereas countdown, you have to keep your timer up, and to do that you go through gates. So it's driving through gates. So there's your Onrush meter there now in the middle, that circular meter with a percentage. So it's 100% now. You press Y to rush, triangle on PlayStation obviously, and you just charge through.
Okay, so this is the charger one you were talking about.
Exactly. So that is the tutorial. That's everything. Welcome to Onrush. There you go. So that's everything you need to know kind of in a nutshell, the basics. Very straightforward. Also, you won't be able to hear here is the there's an adaptive soundtrack. So it changes as the action changes. So like if you go into the air, it'll like sort of drown out. You land again, it'll kick back in, that kind of thing. So Overdrive, that's the name of the other mode. There it is. So the other mode is called Overdrive. Overdrive and Countdown, they're the two core modes.
Is it like a career?
I mean, this is effectively what this is. Yeah, it's a career mode of sorts. But it seems like you basically go from race to race. You can customise your vehicle. I think there's different characters. This, they said, is all quite early, these menus. So yeah, I think so. Well, beta, I guess. But they're going to kind of tidy them up and polish them, they said. So if they look a bit wonky, not that good, that's they've acknowledged that, and they're going to work on that. But I found the handling kind of needs a little bit of work as well. It feels a little bit floaty, a little bit too drifty. Doesn't feel like there's any real proper weight or impact to it.
Isn't that the point, though? That it's taking down cars, so they've got to be floaty. If there's a lot of weight, then there's not going to be many takedowns.
But it's slightly too floaty, if you know what I mean. So, I don't know. You know, like how Burnout doesn't feel floaty? Burnout feels
meaty,
kind of meaty and chunky. It doesn't have that. And I think that's one of the things that's a kind of a problem at the moment. And there's still time. It's not out till June. You know, they're still in development. That could change.
And maybe it was just that car. Maybe
it could just be that car, yeah.
No, I don't know whether were there weight kind
I
of
tried
categories?
different cars. So I tried like the Titan, I tried the Vortex, I tried
This is still the Charger, right?
yes, this is the Charger. I did try all different cars, especially multiplayer.
Unfortunately, the multiplayer footage was a little bit washed over. Like the
Yeah.
colour correction in it had gone, which I'm assuming was the setup. 'Cause
Yeah,
this
this
was
was on
on
the setup. I was
This
looking
was
around.
on the Xbox, right?
This was on the Xbox
The
One,
multiplayer was on the PlayStation.
on the PlayStation 4 Pro,
So there was
and
an issue with the capture devices.
unfortunately there was an
the
issue.
setup anyway.
Yeah.
So
But
yeah, we didn't bring you that.
this here gives you an idea of what multiplayer is like.
Yeah,
These
yeah,
are
for
against
sure.
AI opponents, but the concept is much the same in multiplayer. So it takes the exact same shape and structure, what have you. So you see the countdown bars at the top. We're
missed that
losing because look, our time's elapsing faster. We're not driving through the gates properly. I mean, I caught that gate there. That might have just about turned it around. And I think, there you go, we won. Just
Wow.
by 2
Is that 'cause
seconds.
They all missed it.
They probably all missed the gates and I managed to get a few. But you can lay these power-ups as well. You can probably see little walls and stuff. So there's Vortex, there's Outlaw. 2 bikes there at the end. There's a Blade and the Outlaw. One of the bikes, you're
What
kind
the
of...
bike's like?
Well, you're kind of vulnerable on a bike because you haven't got much weight. But your ability, your Onrush ability, is if you come off like a ramp like this and when you touch the ground, you create like an earthquake.
Oh, okay.
So you can blast loads of them in one. So it's kind of a trade-off.
Yeah.
You have a trickier time on the bike, but you can like potentially have massive kind of payoffs, rewards, whatever if you drive kind of smart.
Because you can just smash each other out the way of the checkpoints,
Yeah.
can't you?
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole thing. Jostling for, and I mean sometimes you just can't help but miss them because it's
Yeah.
such a tight turn. But as your allies pass through, the gates widen as well. I don't know if you noticed that. So the more of you go through the gate, the wider it is,
Oh, I
the
didn't know that.
better advantage you have.
Okay.
So there's all sorts of cool little things like that to take into account.
So Evolution, what did they make?
MotorStorm,
Okay. So
Drive
it's
Club.
not actually Evolution, it's like former Evolution devs, right?
It's former Evolution devs. I think it's actually Evolution because remember they shut down. I think Codemasters snapped them up maybe
Did they
and
really?
rebranded them. Yeah, I believe so. That's the because I
Codemasters
think they're
Cheshire.
called Codemasters Evo.
Oh, are they?
I think so. Yeah, they had a slide on their presentation that said Codemasters Evo. So
Or
I'm
maybe
guessing
it's just to show the...
show that they're yeah because it's Paul Ruszczynski who used to be Drive Club lead. He's like the Drive Club main man.
Do we know what engine it's using?
I assume it's the Ego. I think it is the Ego engine, a modified version of Codemasters'
Yeah.
proprietary tech that they're using, like Dirt 4 and Dirt Rally and all their racing games, Grid and
I mean,
such.
it looks like a lot of fun. I mean, there doesn't look like much scope to it, but
Yeah.
just the minute-to-minute gameplay looks quite fun.
Well, that sums it up for me. It was a lot of fun, but it just felt like it didn't require all that much skill.
Yeah.
It kind of felt like it was more kind of you were lucky if you won, you know. And like I say, slightly floaty, a little bit too slidey perhaps. Just feels like it kind of the whole thing just needs to be tightened up a little bit, and maybe
Yeah.
I assume that's probably what they're working on right now, as
Yeah,
well as
like
these menus.
There's a good 3 months before launch, right?
Yeah.
So there's plenty of time to make changes, make
Mhm.
adjustments,
Yeah,
and what not.
absolutely. This kind of progress bar as well as in multiplayer as well. So the end of each round you earn a gear crate. I'm not sure what's in those gear crates. I don't know if there's microtransactions, but there you have it.
Wonderful.
So yeah, daily credits reward completed as well, mate. So,
does
I'm killing it.
Would that suggest microtransactions with the crates and stuff?
Well, it suggests that you earn credits to maybe buy those gear crates when you don't earn them in the game itself.
All right. Well, that's Onrush. When's it out? What's it coming out on?
Onrush is out 5th of June 2018 for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and I think PC as well. So look forward to that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.
Cheers, folks.
Bye.
Bye.